Okay, welcome to part 2 of lesson 5.4. We're going to continue on scale drawings and scale factors and scales. So if you notice here we have a picture of a spider and it's 5 centimeters long and its actual length is 10 millimeters long. What is the scale drawing? Well, what that means is when it's asking for the scale of the drawing, it wants to know what's the ratio of drawing to actual. So if we take a look, we're going to compare drawing to actual. How big is the drawing? 5 centimeters. And the actual, you guessed it, 10 millimeters. And if you're asking if we should reduce, the answer is yes. We get 1 centimeter to 2 millimeters. So final answer, the scale for this picture is 1 centimeters to 2 millimeters. So what you're essentially doing is just reducing a fraction. Okay. For the next couple of examples, we're going to use a centimeter ruler. So what I'd like to do first, I'm going to walk you through these. We're going to find the actual length of the flower garden. So we're going to compare centimeters to feet. And how do I know that? Well, if you take a look at this diagram, it has a scale here written for us. It's telling me that every 1 centimeter in the drawing represents 5 feet in actuality or real life. So I'm going to start by writing that information down. So 1 to 5. Okay. Then I have already taken a ruler and measured the length of the flower garden. So if we take a look, I measured from top to bottom, and the length is 5 centimeters. So what we want to find out is how many real feet it is. Taking the cross product, 5 times 5 is 25, and we set that equal to 1 times x, or just x. So our answer would be 25 feet is the total length of the flower garden. All right, we have 2 more examples just like this. Right, number 5, what's the actual dimensions of the rose bed? So now we're going to take a look at this piece here. Remember, we have our scale right here. For every 1 centimeter, it represents 5 real feet. So if you take your ruler, again, this is in your textbook, if we measure the length and width, they're both actually 2 centimeters. So I only did the problem once because length and width are both the same. So 2 centimeters equals to how many real feet? Once again, take the cross product. 5 times 2 is 10. And set that equal to x. So in this case, what are the actual dimensions? The final answer is 10 feet by 10 feet. And why, sorry about that. And why are they both 10 feet? Because the length and width are both 2 centimeters. So the length and width are exactly the same here. Okay, let's take a look at example number 6. For number 6, we want to know the actual perimeters of the perennial. So here's the perennial. And what that's actually asking is how much does the length measure and how much does the width measure. And from there, if you want to find the actual perimeter, you can. So when we're looking for the length and width, we're going to do them separately. We're first going to work with the length. And do you guys remember what the scale is? Right, the scale is right here, 1 centimeter to 5 feet. So we're going to start by writing that given information down. And I took the liberty to measure from here to here, and I got 10 centimeters. So I want to know how many actual feet it is in real life if I was looking at it. So 1 times x is 1x, and 10 times 5 is 50. Right? So that's just for the length here. Now I want to go to the width. Okay? And for the width, again, here's my scale. I know that every one drawing measure centimeter equals 5 feet in real life. And I took the liberty to measure the other side, and it measured 7 centimeters. So now we're looking at this piece here, and we'd like to know how big that side measures in real life. Again, take the cross product, and we get x equals 35. So the dimensions of this shape would be 50 feet by 35 feet in real life.